It's been huge. It's been really surreal. Like people really love the movie. And so it's been really crazy to be able to be in a movie that people do respond to. I think the cinema score was like an A- or something. Like people love it. And then for people to really gravitate towards George and him to get huge laughs when I was going to see it in theaters, and the messages I get from all over the world, and people starting to recognize because those behind the scenes videos are out and stopping me, and that's just, I'm kind of hard to miss being 6'9". They're like, that guy's really tall. Is that guy? So it's been really cool. It's been so much fun to meet them and to just kind of give that love right back. The big question is like, oh, your back must have been killing you. No, my back was never stronger, because it's really healthy for people, for animals with spines like ours, to quadruped and to be on all fours and to be using left leg and right arm and right leg and left arm. It's really good for the muscles back there. So I had like no back pain. It was amazing. But there were certain muscles that I woke up that had never been used in my life. And we did one long first day, and the next morning, how you doing? I was like, no, I'm good. I mean, I work out 5 or 6 times a week. I'm totally good. And then the third morning, I can't do anything today, dude. Like, oh my gosh, like I could not move. And so that day we just watched pre-visualization and talked about the scenes. So it was taxing. My body got used to it. Again, though, once we got on set, I had hundreds of hours on it. It was like I'd never been on a skateboard, and then Tony Hawk in 3 weeks was like, I'm gonna teach you how to do a 1080 on a skateboard. I'm like, okay. And I was ready to go. We had a really good idea of what we needed to prepare, and Terry had me 100% ready with, I'd done months and months of research myself, but then when Terry and I got together for weeks in the Santa Monica Mountains, and we were spending hundreds of hours on all fours and going through the entire film and rehearsing all of the scenes, and then just improvising and just doing, just walking miles as gorillas and stopping if we wanted to, and kind of making up sign language, but just seeing what we can communicate, because it's about the behavior, and it's about really what I'm trying to get to you, if it's hitting you, and if you're getting it, if I can see you're getting it. And so the sign language really just kind of became, first it becomes the feeling, and then I want to get the feeling to you, and then it's the sign that I know. So I felt I was totally prepared by day one, so it was easy once we got on set. The hard part was the 7 or 8 months prep before that. No action sequences on the scissor lift, but we did them in a volume. And a volume, for people that don't know, is basically I think it's like a 20 foot by 30 foot carpeted space with a grid of infrared cameras above, about 25 to 30 of them. And they're capturing, so it's like a digital play space, and they can scale up, scale down. They can make it this big, they can make it 35 feet tall, and they have taped off, like, this is the streets, this is how wide it is compared to you, even though it's actually as wide as a street, but you're 35 feet tall, and you're gonna go down here where that tape, these cardboard boxes, you're gonna break through the building. I did all that action. And of course, there was no one there being a wolf or a gator. I just had like an X on the wall, or someone holding their hand up, and so you're gonna backhand him and get up under his neck, and this is his neck, and I'm gonna hold it up high. And so I did all that, and there were some things that Weta and Brad Pate and the producers, they came up with, and the visual effects supervisor Colin Strauss, they came up with after we filmed, like, well, what if Lizzie ripped Ralph's head off? Like, that was nothing in the script. That was just like, wouldn't that be cool? Here's an animation of it. Like, yeah, let's put that in. So there were certain tiny things that I was surprised by. But I got to do all that stuff, which was just pure imagination as a kid. It's really like monsters on the carpet. It was so much fun to do that, and to really, especially when you have a whole team around you believing this is really happening. It's not like, that guy looks stupid. They're like, make it look real, yes, really devote yourself to it. So it was so much fun to do all that stuff. I'd seen each trailer like 100 times, no joke. I'd rewatched it, and I'd watched, like, if someone out there has a reaction to the trailer, if you had 4 views, I watched it. I looked at it was so much fun watching people react to the trailer, but then when I saw the movie, I couldn't take it in. That premiere night on the red carpet was the biggest carpet that Dwayne had ever had for a movie, I think, and that Warner Brothers had ever done, and there were like 4,000 people there or something. It was just, and then he gives a shout out to everybody on the stage, and then talks about me on stage. Like, I just couldn't take it all in. It took like, there's still aspects of it I can't watch as an audience member. It's very weird, but it took 3 or 4 times in theaters for me to tell my girlfriend, like, I saw it, a lot of it, for the first time as an audience member this time. I actually saw it as, I'm not in this movie. Jack Quaid is also in it. He says he has a 3-step process of he has to see it first to be like, oh, I hate myself. This is why did they use that take? And just kind of be like, I get the movie. And the second time to kind of be like, okay, now I see. And then the third time, like, okay, I can watch the movie now. Now that I know what it is, now that I accept that that's what they chose from me in the movie, I can watch it. So it was the same for me. It takes about 3 times really, but still I know it's me. Like, I don't know, I can't see George like other people see him because I know it's me, and I recognize myself, and I remember what it's like, but it's very surreal because it's a childhood dream come true. To be in a movie like this with the biggest star on the planet, The Rock, it is a dream come true. So I'm still trying to wrap my head around, even when I watch the behind the scenes, gosh, that happened. That's so weird. This is so great. This is on a Blu-ray. This is crazy. So I'm a kid in the candy store, and I'm just so, it's surreal. It's the best word I can use.